Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Government House. My name is Hugh Borman. I have the honour to be the Governor's Official Secretary, and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies today. As we start, could I please ask to ensure your mobile phones are turned to silent? We do ask there's no photography during this part of the ceremony. It is being live streamed and it will be archived on our Facebook page, so you can see it there. After the ceremony, you're welcome to take photos anywhere in the house, including in here, and of course we do have an official photographer present. This is the second of 5 ceremonies to present King's Birthday honours, most of which were announced on the King's Birthday holiday on Monday, the 9th of June. As we start, can I please invite you to join me in thanking the band of the South Australia Police for their support today. I will now announce the members of the official party. I acknowledge the presence of Dr. Richard Harris, the Lieutenant Governor of South Australia, the Honourable Joe Sokash, representing the Premier, the Honourable Heidi Girolamo, representing the Leader of the Opposition, Commander Tony Ryder, Commanding Officer, HMAS Encounter, Royal Australian Navy, Brigadier Timothy Orders, Army Area Representative, South Australia, Australian Army, Air Commodore Tim Alsop, representing the Senior Air Force Representative, South Australia, and Commissioner Grant Stevens of the South Australia Police. If you are able, can I please ask you to be upstanding for the arrival of Her Excellency the Governor and to remain standing for the playing of the Vice-Regal Salute.
Please be seated, everyone. Good morning and welcome to Government House. I'm going to start in the way I always do when I'm speaking on Kaurna country, with an acknowledgement in language. Kaurna, Bogana Ailia, Kaurna Miana Ailia, Yaichi Miana Ailia, Kumatana Yatananku. Natuna Tampandi, Kaurna Miana, Yaichi Yata Matana, Pukininanku, Yalaka, Takarecha. I acknowledge Aboriginal people, whether from Kaurna country or other lands and regions, and I pay my respects to them all. I also acknowledge the Kaurna as the traditional custodians from the past, today, and into the future. Now, wonderful to have you all here this morning. It's quite possible that some of you will be here for the first time, and a particularly warm welcome to you. Rod and I very much want this house and these gardens to be a place for all South Australians, and it gives me and Rod, unfortunately upstairs today, not feeling terribly well, a great deal of pleasure to know that you're all here. I congratulate those I'm about to invest with their honours announced in the King's Birthday honours list during this 50th anniversary of the awards in the Order of Australia. To those of you in the front, please relax and enjoy the occasion. I know you're here, all of you, to support a particular person, someone you love or you've known for a very long time. But in the course of the ceremony, I think you'll come to understand a broader sense of service and how incredibly well our state has been served by the recipients of awards today. Of course, the Order of Australia is given, awards in that order, for outstanding service or exceptional achievement. And it all adds up to something truly exceptional. And in our society, when we're celebrating something exceptional, we show that respect in a number of ways. And today I'm delighted that we've got the Lieutenant Governor with us. We've got the Minister and Shadow Minister as well. Defence and SAPOL leaders behind me. And also delighted to have 2 representatives of the Order of Australia Association, the South Australian branch, Kathy Chong AM, and Antonietta Cocciaro, also here, along with Rick Morris, who represents South Australia on the Order of Australia Council. He's got an enormous job to do, taking literally thousands of nominations to the council in Canberra. Yesterday, someone told me as we were having photographs afterwards that he had received an email from the council and had thought it was a fishing expedition and had deleted it. This is not uncommon. I'm not sure whether anyone will admit to it today, but what it shows is recipients are typically very unassuming. They're not seeking recognition. And they're only here today really because another Australian has nominated them. And if I could please ask all of you, you'll leave today with all of this very much in your head. You'll know exactly what it means to receive a medal or to be made a member or to receive something in the military division. Please consider nominating other people yourselves or encouraging your friends to do so. There are many more South Australians and Australians worthy of this recognition. A final request of recipients today, recognising that you don't seek recognition, I ask you please to wear your insignia. Don't be bashful about it, don't just keep it locked up in the box. You can wear that pin every day, you can wear the evening decorations when evening dress is being worn. I wear mine every day except when I'm on holidays or gardening. So I'll see you around, and it would be lovely to be able to say, great to see you wearing your insignia. Official Secretary, let's get underway.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been appointed members in the General Division of the Order of Australia. Ms. Catherine Baldwin is recognised for significant service to culture and the arts and to charity. Ms. Baldwin has made an enduring contribution to Australia's cultural and philanthropic life, distinguished for leadership across some of the nation's most respected arts organisations and charitable foundations. For more than 4 decades, she has strengthened cultural institutions, expanded opportunities for artists, and championed Indigenous communities and voices. She has led Bangarra Dance Theatre, the Australian Centre for Photography, Ausdance New South Wales, and the Australian Choreographic Ensemble, combining strategic vision with advocacy for emerging artists and community engagement. As founding chair of Ngutu College at Woodville North, Ms. Baldwin helped establish a pioneering school where Indigenous students thrive through culturally responsive learning, leadership opportunities, and a strong connection to heritage. In her role as chair of the Adelaide Youth Orchestras, Ms. Baldwin has guided the organisation in providing training, performance opportunities and mentorship, nurturing diverse young talent. Beyond the arts, Ms. Baldwin has held senior leadership positions with the Actuaries Institute and the Committee for Economic Development of Australia, and has contributed to the establishment of the New Democracy Foundation, advocating for citizen assemblies as a means of addressing complex social issues. Ms. Catherine Baldwin. Mr. Stephen Alexander Grieve is recognised for significant service to architecture and to arts development through leadership roles. Throughout a distinguished 4-decade career, Mr. Grieve made a significant contribution to architecture and the arts in South Australia and beyond. As the founding director of Steve Grieve Architects and later director of Grieve Gillette Architects and Grieve Gillette Anderson Architects, he has played a pivotal role in shaping Adelaide's built environment. He led transformative projects including the creation of the Lion Arts Centre, the National Wine Centre, Adelaide Studios and the Rundle Mall redevelopment. A Life Fellow of the Australian Institute of Architects, Mr. Grieve has held numerous leadership roles, including SA Chapter President and National Honorary Secretary. He has also championed cultural and community initiatives as a board member of Country Arts SA, Regional Arts Australia, the Experimental Art Foundation and the Adelaide Fringe. Mr. Grieve's influence extended to education, working for several years as professor at the University of Adelaide's School of Architecture and the Built Environment. He has been a strong advocate for local construction projects being designed by local practices, preventing talented architecture graduates from moving interstate and building the sector's future capacity. Mr. Stephen Alexander Grieve. Dr. Glenn McCulloch is recognised for significant service to neurosurgical practice, research and education. Dr. McCulloch has transformed neurosurgery in Australia through decades of surgical excellence, research leadership and mentorship, leaving a legacy that has improved patient care and shaped generations of surgeons. During a career of over 5 decades, Dr. McCulloch worked as senior visiting neurosurgeon at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and other South Australian public hospitals, while also maintaining a private practice. He has performed an estimated 10,000 surgeries, saved lives and improved function and quality of life for countless patients. Beyond the operating theatre, he has mentored generations of neurosurgeons, instilling rigorous standards, technical skill and a patient-first approach that continues to influence practice. As president and long-serving board member of the Neurosurgical Research Foundation, Dr. McCulloch championed research into brain tumours, traumatic brain injury and other devastating neurological conditions, translating discoveries into improved patient care. Through the Neurosurgical Society of Australasia and the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons, he helped shape surgical education, professional standards and mortality audit processes, strengthening the quality and safety of neurosurgical practice nationwide. Dr. Glenn McCulloch. Dr. George Zalante is recognised for significant service to architectural tertiary education and to construction and building surveying. In a long career dedicated to helping others, Dr. Zalante has significantly influenced South Australia's built environment as a registered architect, town planner, building surveyor, educator and researcher. A respected leader with broad industry experience, he brings comprehensive understanding and a unique perspective to building and construction. At the University of South Australia, he transformed the construction degree into an internationally recognised industry-aligned qualification. As Head of Architecture and Built Environment at the University of Adelaide and now an advisory industry board member, he continues to guide future professionals. Dr. Zelante's teaching focuses on developing students' critical thinking, not just technical knowledge. His research spans sustainability and affordability in housing, cultural change in construction, and a landmark study on housing needs for Indigenous Australians with disabilities, ensuring policy is shaped by data and community voices. He has also contributed to building, construction and housing policy and legislation as an expert advisor, including chairing the South Australian Building Advisory Committee and serving on the Development Policy Advisory Committee. Dr. George Zelante. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded the Australian Police Medal. Detective Senior Sergeant Rebecca Lee Hughes is recognised for distinguished service as a member of an Australian police force. As the manager of the National Child Offender Register Unit at SAPOL, Detective Senior Sergeant Hughes has provided highly valued insight into legislative and policy matters at both state and national level, extending beyond her immediate responsibilities to drive the future of child protection. Her strategic acumen and meticulous preparation of processes and strategies have been integral to a suite of legislative and operational enhancements. These have included the harmonisation of state, territory and Commonwealth child sex offender registration schemes, which has improved the tracking and management of offenders and has led to more effective prevention strategies. She has also led networking across agencies, significantly enhancing information between jurisdictions and ensuring children at risk receive timely and appropriate protection. Since joining SAPOL 32 years ago at the Elizabeth Police Station and then serving with the Criminal Investigation Branch, she's continued a career balanced between criminal investigation and strategic contribution. Detective Senior Sergeant Rebecca Lee Hughes. Assistant Commissioner Ian Edward Parrott is recognised for distinguished service as a member of an Australian police force. In an impressive career of 38 years, Assistant Commissioner Parrott has undertaken a diversity of roles in the Special Tasks and Rescue STAR Division, Human Resources Service and Communications Group. He has represented SAPOL in counter-terrorism training and development, enhancing national and local responses. In 2008, he took on frontline country policing as an officer in charge of Riverland Local Service Area and then as officer in charge of Murray-Mallee Local Service Area. In these postings, he was the forward commander at a major siege, resulting in the arrest and imprisonment of a significant offender. He also achieved excellent reductions in crime and led his people in providing exemplary service to their communities. In SAPOL's Human Resources Division, he worked in leadership and officer development, inspiring and training a further generation of leaders. Currently Assistant Commissioner, State Operations Service, he is overseeing road safety policing, regional policy, as well as First Nations policy and practice, including Closing the Gap initiatives, all performed with extraordinary professionalism and commitment. Assistant Commissioner Ian Edward Parrott. Superintendent Craig Stephen Wall is recognised for distinguished service as a member of an Australian police force. In a career spanning 39 years, Superintendent Wall has had a vast experience in tactical policing and rescue duties in various operational responses, transit services and leadership roles. While serving in the Special Tasks and Rescue Star Division, he displayed professionalism and courage under fire from a suspect during a May 1994 Nuruyut siege. After qualifying as a police diver, he was a tactical policing first responder at numerous high-risk situations. As Operations Inspector in the Star Division, he became a Police Tactical Group Capability Advisor for the Australia-New Zealand Counter-Terrorism Committee, responsible for facilitating national police tactical training courses, including special weapons, explosive and tactical command. Currently officer in charge of Star Group, his confidence, clarity and judgment inspired trust. His prominent positions on national committees, councils and working groups have contributed significantly to national practices that are interoperable and consistent. Superintendent Craig Stephen Wall. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division. Mr. Wonho Chong is recognised for service to martial arts and to the Korean community. For more than 5 decades, Mr. Chong has engaged martial, visual and decorative arts as powerful tools for cultural exchange and self-expression. A 9th Dan Iado Grandmaster and respected international teacher, Mr. Chong has taught swordsmanship to hundreds of students, as well as the principles of harmony, discipline and respect. As the founder and long-standing president of the Korea-Australia Friendship Association, he has played a significant role in fostering strong ties between the Korean and Australian communities. His commitment to cultural diplomacy was exemplified in 1988 through his work organising the Grand Masters International Martial Arts and Cultural Exhibition, which brought together cultural masters from 10 nations as part of Australia's bicentennial celebrations. A skilled metalcraft artist, Mr. Chong's work blends Korean, Japanese and Australian influences and has been exhibited nationally and internationally. His pieces form part of major institutional collections, including the National Gallery of Australia and the Powerhouse Museum. Mr. Won-ho Chong. Mrs. Judith Yvonne Bino is recognised for service to the community of the western suburbs of Adelaide. Mrs. Bino has devoted her life to serving the Adelaide community through leadership in music, sport, civic life, faith and charitable housing. For more than 30 years, she has been a driving force behind the Woodville Concert Choir, both as a soprano and later serving in administration roles as president, committee member and now patron. Mrs. Bino's commitment to community extends to the South Australian United Church Netball Association, where she has contributed as player, coach and committee member, and as a City of Charles Sturt councillor, bringing grassroots values to local government. One of her enduring contributions is the stewardship of the Days Road Gospel Mission. A nearly 80-year-old clause in the mission's constitution prevented its land from being sold or repurposed. But with support from Uniting SA and legal advisors, Mrs. Bino helped to develop a case for a modern interpretation of the clause while honouring its spirit. This resulted in the 2021 opening of 8 homes for older women experiencing or at risk of homelessness. Mrs. Judith Yvonne Bino. Mr. William James Rawlins is recognised for service to the community through a range of organisations. For more than 60 years, Mr. Rawlins has strengthened South Australian communities through his service and leadership across charitable, civic and sporting organisations. A Rotarian since 1978, he has served in the Mount Gambier West, Holdfast Bay and Somerton Park clubs, including 2 terms as Charter President, contributing to community projects and leadership roles. Mr. Rawlins' enduring involvement with Variety Children's Charity SA has included significant fundraising efforts for the Variety Bash, terms as Chair and Vice Chair, and its hands-on roles in major events. A lifelong supporter of both grassroots and elite sport, Mr. Rawlins has made a lasting impact through his involvement with both the Encounter Bay Football Club, where he is a life member and triple premiership player, and the South Australia Football Club, where he was a long-serving vice president and a generous sponsor during the 1980s. His civic participation extends to local government, having served as a councillor for the Corporation of Victor Harbor, now Victor Harbor City Council, in the 1970s. Mr. William James Rawlins. The Reverend Father Alan James Winter is recognised for service to the Catholic Church and to the community. Following ordination, Father Winter's appointment to the Tranmere Parish had a profound impact on the future of his vocation. His then mentor, Father Luke Roberts, encouraged the young priest to learn Italian and serve the Italian community, which he has done now for more than 50 years. He was parish priest at Our Lady Queen of Peace Church at Payneham for over 30 years, chair of St Joseph's Payneham Parish School, and has worked closely with myriad Italian service, sporting clubs and charities. He was well known as the Master of Ceremonies at the City of Norwood, Payneham and St Peter's Christmas carols, and for 30 years spoke at Anzac Day, Remembrance Day and Vietnam Veterans Day RSL services. Now retired, he still helps people in need by processing letters from devotees of St Anthony in Australia and sending their pleas to the Franciscan Order in Padua. The Reverend Father Alan James Winter. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia in the Military Division. Commander John William Flage is recognised for meritorious service in joint data networks and battlespace situational awareness. Commander Flage has demonstrated superior leadership, knowledge and dedication in establishing the Royal Australian Navy Maritime Data Correlation Centre and the Australian Defence Force Fusion Centre. His vision and ingenuity in designing and implementing the centre has enabled deployed commanders to be provided with a continuous, reliable, accurate and timely picture of the tactical maritime environment. Through his efforts in establishing the Australian Defence Force Data Fusion Centre, the Chief of Defence Force, Chief of all Joint Operations and subordinate commanders now have the ability to track all ADF forces across the globe. His exemplary leadership and coordination across the services and international partners has significantly enhanced the Australian Defence Force's understanding of the battle space and the ability to plan, execute and monitor operations, actions and activities. Commander John William Flage. Warrant Officer Class 1 David Andrew Rowe is recognised for meritorious service as the Regimental Sergeant Major, Australian Army Cadets. Warrant Officer Class 1 Rowe has driven positive change for Australian Army Cadets through initiatives that have educated and attracted cadets to assist in Australia's nation building. His leadership of the senior soldiers has assisted in reducing Army's risk exposure through its youth program and exemplified defence values for the program's 22,000 civilian participants. He was RSM of the South Australian Brigade of Australian Army Cadets from 2015 to 17 before taking on the national role. A serving reservist for 44 years, he was instrumental in conducting the annual drill competition for cadets from around Australia. His achievements are in keeping with the finest traditions of the Australian Army and the Australian Defence Force. Warrant Officer Class 1, David Andrew Rowe. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded the Conspicuous Service Medal. Corporal Amy Kerry Clements is recognised for meritorious achievement in leading and contemporising Australian Defence Force Space Domain Awareness operations. Corporal Clements has made a significant contribution to the Defence Force's ability to track and understand what is happening in space, to protect Australia's space assets and support military operations. Her expertise has been critical in identifying and developing solutions that have directly improved the conduct of space operations within No. 1 Space Surveillance Unit. She was integral in the implementation of new processes and procedures for the C-band radar and the Space Surveillance Telescope. Her efforts had an immediate positive impact on staffing, efficiency and morale. Her leadership and dedication to space operations have been instrumental in building high-performing teams around her in support of the wider space domain. She consistently demonstrates leadership beyond her worn rank, professionalism in all ways, and exceptional dedication to duty. Her leadership, innovation, and superior technical mastery have been instrumental in progressing space capability within the integrated force. Corporal Amy Kerry Clements. Squadron Leader Caitlin Hull is recognised for meritorious achievement in leadership, workforce reform and unit structural improvement as the Chief of Staff, 1st Joint Movement Unit. Squadron Leader Hull has made a remarkable contribution as leader of the ADF's 1st Joint Movement Unit, which is responsible for coordinating and managing air transport tasks between Australia and other nations of the Movement Coordination Centre Europe, the MCCE. Australia is the first non-European member of the MCCE. As Chief of Staff, Squadron Leader Hull acted as the administrative commanding officer to approximately 250 permanent and reserve members spread across Australia, covering a vast array of functions including incident reporting, financial reporting, governance, compliance, discipline and welfare, safety and engagement with career management agencies. During her tenure, she played a pivotal role in the Australian Army's Movement Workforce Program, successfully lobbying to restructure the operator movement workforce, whose personnel provide mobility of people, stores and equipment by air, land and sea. Squadron Leader Hull has displayed inspirational leadership with skillful management, perseverance and conspicuous dedication in a challenging and demanding role. Squadron Leader Caitlin Hull. Your Excellency, that concludes the investitures for this morning.
Thank you, Official Secretary. And look, I think you'll all agree, don't you? I mean, wonderful service that we've heard about. You come knowing fully the service of one person and then you hear about other things that have been done as well. And I think it speaks to our community as South Australians. We all know a little bit more about Staff Force now. I saw you all listening very intently. And about a whole range of other things too that make us the state and the country that we are. I do encourage you, as I said before, please nominate. That's what we really need you to do. Let's, though, give the recipients of awards today one last round of applause.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Can I please invite recipients to remain in the room for the official photograph? Can I invite guests please to join Her Excellency in the drawing rooms for morning tea? As I said before, you're welcome to move around the house and take photos wherever you wish. If you are able, please be upstanding for the departure of Her Excellency and the official party.